Kevin Hipes. I'm with the Robert Dietrich Company. We installed this equipment. So, like I said, if you have a question, go ahead and interrupt or ask or whatever, no big deal. Typically, when you walk up to this, the door is going to be down. It's set up so that the dock leveler will not work until the door is up off the floor. So you can't damage the door, so that's a good thing. This light package, there's no dock lock here. There's no vehicle restraint. So campus wide, you've got these pretty much everywhere on these new buildings. For some reason, they didn't think they needed it. So there's a light package, and they can be added. But the red lights, the dock leveler is still not going to work. So if you hit the enter button, change it to a green light, it just basically tells you as the operator that it's safe to enter. It's not really safe to enter at this point, but you have to have a green light for this thing to operate. So I just hit the enter button. And now with the door up and the green light, your dock leveler will operate. So basically push the button. Now, the lip extend button right there, if you have a truck that's backed up there and you just want that barrier out of the way, the safety lip barrier, that's how you do it. You just bump it out. When it goes all the way out, the safety legs retract, so that'll allow it to go lower. But that's how you get the barrier out of the way. So I'll put that back in place just so you can see it. That is a safety lip barrier. It's designed for an empty dock to prevent a fork truck from going off the dock or whatever. That's called a safety lip leveler. You guys, they've got them all over here, so pretty common. So you've got the raise button. You raise it up. This button here is a stop button. They call it momentary pause, and it's also a lip out button. So if I'm pushing and then I hit them both at the same time, the lip will go out. Again, it's a stop button if you just push the bottom, and then you can let it, you don't have to go all the way to the top of the cycle, and then you can let it come down and rest in the back of the trailer. So now at that point, you've got a truck there, and you're good to go. When the truck backs out, what will happen is right here, it'll go down below dock, it hits a recycle limit switch, it comes back and it stores automatically so that you don't have a void in the floor, and it goes right back to the stored position. So that's basically how this thing works, pretty simple. But the key here is you gotta have a green light and the door has to be open for this to work. If you hit this button here, it will switch it to a red light. Whether or not that's going to get used, I doubt it. My opinion, or my thinking is that it's going to stay green all the time, which isn't really a big deal. It's still not going to work if the door is down. I could show you. But if the door is down, it won't work. There's an interlock limit switch on there to keep that from doing it. So that's how this piece of equipment works. And
where's the proximity switch or whatever switch? Where's that switch at?
Well, it's and it's tied in inside this control box.
Go into the door?
To the operator on the door, and then there's a switch on the leveler that you have to have the green light. Actually, it's just in the box here that you have to get the green light for it to work. The whole idea there is that you've got some sense of safety taking place. There's an outside light box that came with this, but the architect didn't have it included to be mounted on the wall outside. So at some point, I think that'll get put on, where we give the truck driver outside a red light, tell him not to leave, and then when you switch this back at the end and that goes red, that gives the outside truck driver a green light, telling him that it's safe to back in or pull out. But at this point, that is not included because the architect didn't have it included. But there is a light box included with this. My gut feeling is that they'll bring a dot lock in here at some point, and that can be added to this pretty easily. So that pretty much takes care of this, and then we've got a scissor lift outside. So if we want to go ahead and